week with her hard riding. Straight shooting. And suspense.
Jennings?
Morning, Tagg. Say, what you got there?
A real live frog, and his name is Hector.
Well, what do you know about that? See there, Fred, the boy's got a frog.
Yeah.
Hector can do tricks, too. Watch this. Jump, Hector, jump.
Say, that's a pretty smart animal.
Sure is. Got any mail for us, Mr. Jennings?
Nothing for you and Annie, nothing for your Uncle Luke.
I got one here for Lofty Craig.
Gee, wonder who it's from.
I reckon you better let Lofty tell you that, Tagg.
Yeah, I guess I better. Well, thanks a lot. Hi, Lofty. Bet you can't guess what Hector did.
Hector?
My frog. He jumped nearly all the way across the post office. Like this.
What in the world?
Hector! Hector! Here, Hector. Where's Hector?
I don't know, but you better find him before I do.
Hector! Here, Hector! Hector! Hector!
What happened?
Hector knocked Lofty down, Annie.
That little frog?
I was leaning backwards and lost my balance. That's all.
Hector! Oh, there you are, Hector. Gee, I'm awful sorry, Lofty. I mean, Hector's sorry. I guess he just doesn't know his own strength.
I guess he doesn't.
Oh, I almost forgot. Here's a letter for you, Lofty.
Oh, you better be careful, Lofty. There might be a tadpole or something really ferocious in that envelope.
Oh, it's from my sister. She's out of the hospital.
Oh, that's wonderful, Lofty. How's she feeling?
Much better. Doctor says she needs a complete rest. She says she's sending her daughter Penny out here for a visit. She's supposed to arrive in tomorrow's stage.
Well, don't look so unhappy about it.
Oh, but Annie, I can't put her up at my place. Besides, I don't know what to do with a 10-year-old girl.
She can stay with us.
Bet you appreciate it, Annie.
But what do all the guys say?
Tagg, Oakley, I'm ashamed of you after all the times Lofty has helped us out.
But Annie!
Tagg, now I expect you to help me make Penny as comfortable as possible. You can show her around town.
It's not fair. Girls aren't any fun. They're always worrying about getting their frilly clothes all dirty or getting hurt. Hector doesn't like girls either. Do you, Hector? Come on, Hector. Let's go outside. Golly, the things a guy has to put up with these days.
Hey, mister, did you see that big Joshua tree we just passed?
Mm-hmm.
Hey, look, a jackrabbit passed right in front of the stage. Did you see it?
I'd like to read these reports if you don't mind.
But you're missing all the fun.
My dear little girl, my dispenser.
I'm not a little girl. I'm 10 years old and my name's Penny.
All right, Penny. What I wanted to say was that I've been over this road over 100 times, and if there was anything exciting, I'd have noticed it before. Now, please let me finish.
Some people just don't know how to enjoy life, I guess. Hey, mister, there's two masked men riding after us.
I told you, little girl, that... You say masked men?
Sure, look.
Oh, my stomach.
Throw down the money box in the mail sack. Outside, both of you. Come on. Now, mister, I'll just take your valuables.
Oh, you can't do this to me. My stomach.
Hey, that's a real pretty locket you're wearing there, little girl. Suppose you hand it over to me. Well, in that case, I'll just have to take it.
Over my dead body.
Oh, we wouldn't want a thing like that to happen, would we?
Give it, my lucky, you big bully! My mother gave it to me! You big bully! You'll be good and sorry! You'll be good and sorry! A lot of help you were.
Now, please, now, this whole business is terribly upsetting. My dyspepsia.
Oh, you and your old dyspepsia.
Hey, mister. This arm of mine hurts. Would you give me a hand getting this stage into town?
Drive the stage? But my stomach.
Oh, you and your old stomach. You better get inside. We can manage without you.
Oh, all right. All right.
What do you think you're going to do?
That Mr. Trumbull back there can't be of any help. He's worse off than you. Yo!
That stage is a little late today.
I wish it'd never come.
Tagg.
Hey, here she comes.
Hi, Uncle Lofty.
Jim, you're hurt. What happened?
Two masked men held up the stage, made off with a money box and a mail sack.
And the gold locket my mother gave me.
Are you all right, honey?
Sure, why wouldn't I be?
That mail sack contained the operating funds for the post office, close to $5,000.
Don't worry, Tom. We'll get it back.
Tom, help Jim on over to the doctor's office.
Help! Somebody open this door! Open this door! Where's all the law around here? Call out the sheriff. Oh, my stomach.
Take it easy, Mr. Trumbull. You're safe now. Is there anything I can do?
Yes, please get me to a doctor. I'm a sick man.
Well, Tom is taking Jim over to the doctor's. You can go right along with them.
Thanks.
You'd think he'd been shot instead of the driver.
Annie, Tagg, I want you to meet my niece, Penny.
It's a pleasure to meet you, Penny.
Are you Annie Oakley?
Well, I'm the only one I know. And this is my brother, Tagg.
Hi. Hi.
Say, you sure did a nice job on driving that stagecoach, Penny.
Thanks.
We're mighty proud of you, Annie.
There's nothing any man can do that I can't do.
Sounds like someone else I know.
Come on, Penny. I'll take you to your room. I know you want to freshen up after that long trip.
I'll get your luggage, Penny.
I'm depending on you, Hector. Remember now, do just like I told you. We're gonna see just how brave that silly old girl is.
Hey, what are you doing?
Nothing. Now, Hector, go get her.
Hey, what a swell frog. Did you teach him to jump?
Yeah.
Hi, Frog. You're pretty smart.
His name is Hector.
I got a frog at home, only mine's bigger than yours. I call it Mandy.
You better give Hector back to me. He isn't used to girls.
Brought your suitcases, Penny.
Thanks, Uncle Lofty.
Well, Tagg, why don't you take Penny out and show her around town?
Oh, I can't right now, Annie. I gotta work with Hector on some new tricks.
Hector knows enough tricks, Tagg.
All right, come on.
Sure, it'd be great to be that age again. No worries. Just play.
How's Jim?
Oh, Doc says he'll be all right in a couple of days. Ain't so sure about Mr. Trumbull, though. He's been raising quite a ruckus. Claims them road agents took all his valuables.
You'll get over it.
I don't know what he's complaining about. He only lost his wallet. I'm out $5,000. Might cost me my job.
With what was in that money box, those outlaws made quite a haul.
We'll do all we can, Tom.
Oh, sure, Annie. It isn't that I haven't got confidence in you, but that money's mighty important. I don't know how I'm going to keep the post office open without it.
Tom, are those operating funds common knowledge? I mean, did anyone besides yourself know they were going to be on that stage?
No, that's what puzzles me. Could have been just coincidence, I guess, them outlaws striking when they did, but me and my clerk Fred Hutton are the only ones that knew the money was coming.
Can you trust Fred?
Well, he's only been with me a few months, but he seems a decent sort.
Where'd he come from, Tom?
He had references. Used to work in the post office at Fort Richards.
We'll check that, Lofty, just to be sure.
Yeah, I wish we could get a lead on this thing. If we could just pick up a trail or anything.
We will, Tom. Now, you just stop worrying.
30 years working. Never anything like this happened to me before. I don't know quite what to do.
Try not to think about it, Tom. We'll let you know as soon as anything happens.
Yeah.
Well, what do you think, Lofty?
I don't know. Fred Hutton could be our boy. Then again,
And again, what?
could be Tom.
There's a livery stable over there. Want to see him shoe a pony?
No, I used to do it myself. Seen one, you've seen them all.
You should see me ride my horse Pixie. When we get going fast, no one can catch us.
I'll just bet. Say, you want to wrestle?
With a girl?
My pop wrestles with me sometimes. Of course, if you're scared.
But I might hurt you.
Me? I won't get hurt. Come on. Come on, you're not trying.
Okay, but don't say I didn't warn you. How'd you do that?
It was easy.
Hi, Tagg.
Hi, Andy. Come on, Penny.
Where are you going?
We got things to do.
I didn't know you had a girlfriend.
She's not my girlfriend. She's just visiting Lofty Craig.
Sure, Tagg. Boy, wait till I tell the other fellas. Letting a girl beat you at wrestling.
You just better not say one word, Andy.
At least you could have picked a pretty one. Hey, what kind of a girl is she, anyway?
Yeah, what kind of girl are you? That's no way to act.
It worked, didn't it? He won't bother us anymore.
Yeah, but it seems to me we could have handled it without punching him in the nose.
I'm sorry, Tagg.
Oh, I know you are. Come on, let's go home. Annie will probably have supper ready.
Hey, Vic. Oh, it's Fred.
Everything all right, boys?
Sure, Fred, the money's safe. It's in the shaft there.
What'd you do with your hand?
Oh, some kid on the stage bit me. It's nothing.
What happened in town? Usual ruckus, nothing to worry about. Nobody's gonna find out anything.
Say, when do we get to spend some of this money?
Relax. Took a lot of doing getting that post office job. Got to hold off a couple of weeks before I quit. Then we can get out and start enjoying ourselves.
The old man wise to anything?
Tom? No, he trusts me like a son. But the deputy and Annie Oakley are riding out to the holdup spot in the morning. That's why I came out here.
I thought you said we didn't have nothing to worry about.
We don't. I just like to play it safe, that's all. In case they find any tracks out there that might lead them here to you two. You make sure they don't get back.
It'll be a pleasure.
Do a good job, but be careful. Remember, Annie Oakley didn't get her reputation from winning sewing bees.
Well, after tomorrow, she'll wish she did have.
Sure you don't want us to come along, Annie? I'm real good at finding clues.
Yeah, me too.
Well, I'm sure you both are, but I think Lofty and I can manage.
You two kids think you can stay out of trouble?
Sure, I'll keep an eye on Penny.
Now, don't you two forget, you stay right here in town.
Sure, we will.
Find anything?
Oh, a few tracks, Annie. I'm hoping they're the same ones we followed from the hold-up spot.
Looks like they're getting too close to our hideout, Crane.
Yeah, well, we'd better stop them then.
There's something we can follow. Take cover, Long.
Come on, let's clear out of here. I didn't count on swapping shots with her. Follow me, Annie. I'm going up. Fred, what are you doing here? I told you never to come in.
We've got to get out of this town, quick.
What happened? Where's Vic?
Last time I saw him, he was as good as caught. Annie and that deputy were right on his back.
Vic talks we're in trouble.
That's why I rode in. We got to get that money and clear out.
You're not going anywhere, Fred. And don't reach for your guns.
Sorry, Pop. Only two people know that gun ain't loaded. You and me.
Stage robbers. What? I saw the marks on his hand from when I bit him.
That's not sure proof, Penny.
But I recognized the leather strap he was wearing on his wrist, too.
Well, I don't know, Penny. Seems to me that...
Tagg.
What happened, Mr. Jennings?
Fred and that other fellow just rode out with him. They're the ones that robbed the stage.
Well, Mr. Smarty, need any more proof?
No. Penny recognized the big guy.
He's the one that took my locket. Come on, Tagg. Let's follow them before they get away.
You heard what Annie said?
All right, Mr. Scaredy. I'll go by myself. Penny!
Kids, don't. Come back.
Hey, Penny, wait for me! You stay there, Hector.
Go get Annie and Lofty. But what if those two guys leave? We'd lose them.
Yeah, I guess you're right. We better see what they're up to.
If Vic had done the job right in the first place, we wouldn't be in this trouble.
Well, the next time you want Annie Oakley taken care of, why don't you do it yourself?
Looks like I'll have to. What was that?
I don't know.
Hector, be quiet, Hector.
Sounds like it came from over there. Come out of there. This kid from town.
Gosh, Hector, you would have to go and open your big mouth.
Well, what do we do now, Fred?
We gotta move fast.
Come on.
Take him on to the coroner's office. I'll make out the report.
Annie! Annie!
Tom, what's wrong?
It's Penny and Tagg. They rode out after those outlaws. Fred Hutton is behind the robbery, and those kids took after him, and they saw him go out of town.
I'm glad those kids are riding double. Makes the tracks a lot easier to follow.
Looks like they're headed for the mine area. Look, Annie. Those crazy kids went right in after him. Or else they got caught.
They said they were going to stay out of trouble.
What do you think we ought to do? Wait?
We can't take that chance, Lofty, since we don't know what's going on inside. Every minute might be important to Tagg and Penny.
You got everything?
Yeah, but what about these kids?
By the time anyone finds them, they won't have a word to say. Danny and that deputy.
No shooting, Lofty. Not until we know that Tagg and Penny are safe.
We've got those kids in here. If you want them to come out alive, throw your guns down.
You harm those kids, I'll break your neck.
Save the hero talk. Get on in there.
Annie!
Are you kids all right?
Sure, sis, we're all right. I sure wish we'd listened to you.
You sure should have, girl, because you're in real trouble now.
What are you gonna do with him, Fred?
Get rid of him. Unless you got any better ideas.
Jump, Hector, jump.
Get out there.
Take care of him, Lofty.
Holy cow, Annie. That was sure close. I'm glad Hector came through. Boy, me too.
And me too.
I can never decide when you're the prettiest, Annie. When you're shooting your guns or putting food on the table.
You'd say anything for a free meal, Lofty.
Where's Penny?
What do you care, Tagg?
Oh, I was just wondering.
I didn't think you liked girls.
Penny's not like other girls, Annie. She's different.
Sounds to me like Tagg's got a crush.
Aw, you know what I mean, Lofty. She's like Annie, a regular guy. She's not afraid of anything. She can fight and ride and... and she's pretty, too.
Looks like Hector agrees with you too, Tagg.
Bullseye! Annie Oakley hits the entertainment bullseye every week with her hard riding. Straight shooting. And suspense.
Hi, Annie.
Hi, Lofty. Well, this is a good time for the Shadow Gang to hit Diablo.
Yeah, it's kind of scattered around, isn't it?
Say, have you read that paper, or you're just using it to keep the desk clean?
No need to read it. Shadow Gang seems to have a priority in the headlines.
Well, the reward has gone up to $3,000 for their capture.
This 44 makes one of the best little shadow catchers you ever saw.
Oh, Lofty, that's what every lawman on the territory has thought. But no one's been able to catch him.
Annie, you're not starting to believe that talk about the Shadow Gang being supernatural, are you?
Well, of course not, but, well, the fact remains that they never leave a trail. They just vanish without any tracks.
Men riding horses are bound to leave tracks.
Then why hasn't anyone been able to find any?
It's a good question.
Well, if they ever hit around Diablo, you will have to come up with a good answer.
Yeah, I will. Speaking of them hitting around here...
Hey, what are you talking about? The Shadow Gang?
Yes, Tagg. Are you going to ride out to meet the payroll stage?
That's what I was about to say when Little Dynamite came in. I think I'll go
Figure they're going to try and rob the stage?
Tagg, Lofty and I were talking. You know better than to interrupt.
As I was saying, I think I'll meet the stage at Rainbow Canyon.
That's a good idea. There's no use in
Where do
taking
you suppose the Shadow Gang hides out?
Maybe you didn't hear what I said, young man.
Gosh, Annie, I was just asking a question.
Well, Tagg, you've interrupted 3 times. Now, suppose you go on outside and play.
But, Annie...
Tagg, better do what your sister says.
All right.
And please don't slam...
Hi, Tagg. Hiya, Billy. What's wrong with you? Oh, nothing. It's just my sister and Lofty. They're always yelling at me.
Yeah, I know what you mean. My folks are the same way.
I just can't wait till I grow up. Then I can do anything I want to do.
Yeah, me too. It's pretty tough getting along with older folks, all right. Nobody understands us. That's the trouble.
Yeah, that's sure the truth. You in town alone?
Nah, I'm waiting for my pop. He's over at the general store buying some groceries. Hey, let me try that.
I guess it'll be okay. Bet you can't hit that sign over there.
That doesn't look too hard.
Say, that's pretty good. Now watch me.
Holy Toledo! He hit my pop's team! I was aiming at the sign. I didn't mean to, Billy.
Boy, now you're in real trouble.
Thanks, Annie.
I'm sorry, Annie. Mr. Reynolds?
I know you didn't deliberately do it, Tagg, but the damage is already done. And being sorry doesn't help. You might have hurt somebody seriously with this thing.
I didn't mean it, Dad. We were just shooting at that sign over
You're
there.
just as much to blame, young man.
Me? What did I do?
We'll talk about it later. Get your pony.
But, Pop...
Do as I say, Billy. If you're not at the ranch in 20 minutes, you'll get a tannin.
You gonna keep the slingshot, Annie?
Yes, Tagg. Until you learn that the only place to shoot this thing is out in the open, where there aren't any people or horses.
Gosh sakes, the guy can't have any fun.
I guess we're really in for it now.
We probably won't be able to play together for at least a week.
Yeah.
They'd sure be sorry if we got killed or something.
Or just up and disappeared.
You know what we ought to do to teach them a lesson?
What?
Run away.
That sure make him sorry, all right. But I guess you'd be afraid.
I'm not afraid of anything.
Me either.
You got any money?
I got $1 at home. I was saving up for a new pair of boots, but I guess these will last me a while.
I got almost $2. That ought to be enough to grub stake us. Where'll we go? Just hit the trail. We'll think of something. Maybe cow punching or ranching of some kind.
You might even find some gold. Or catch yourselves a couple of outlaws and get a big reward.
Sure. And when we're real rich and come back to Diablo, and they'll be crying and begging us never to leave again. How soon do you want to leave?
The sooner the better.
I'll pick up my stuff and meet you at that general store in about an hour. We can stock up on some grub before we set out.
All right, I'll be there.
Right, partner.
Tagg. Tagg, what in the world are you doing?
I'm packing my clothes.
Where do you think you're going?
Can't see where it'd make any difference to you. But for your information, I'm pulling up stakes.
You mean you're leaving?
Yeah, and I'd appreciate it very much if you didn't bother me, because I got a lot of things to do.
Tagg, Oakley, you put those clothes right back in that drawer this very minute.
No use trying to stop me, Annie, because when a fella makes up his mind about something, no old woman's gonna change it.
Oh, woman! Now, you listen to me, young man. Did you hear what he said? Well, what are you grinning about? He's serious.
Sure he's serious, Annie. But there's nothing to worry about.
Oh, he's just a youngster.
Annie, I was 9 when I first ran away. I was gone exactly 4 hours. Look, Annie, this is something just about every kid goes through sooner or later. If you try to stop him, that's only going to make him more determined.
You mean we should just let him leave?
Mm-hmm. You see, Tagg's going to feel a lot worse if he thinks we don't care one way or the other. I'll bet you my saddle he's back here before nightfall like a scared pup.
What if something should happen to him?
Nothing's going to happen to him. Even if he stays out all night, the only thing that'll bother him is an overworked imagination.
I don't know, Lofty.
Annie, you've got to let him get it out of his system. If you don't, you're going to be worried sick every time he's 5 minutes overdue.
I'm leaving now.
You got everything, Tagg?
Everything I need. And don't you try and stop me, Lofty.
Of course not. Lots of luck to you.
So long. So long, Annie.
So long, Tagg. You'll write to us once in a while, won't you?
If I get a chance to. I might be pretty busy, though.
We understand. Here's an extra $1, Tagg. You might need some extra food for the trip. Go on, you can pay me back if you ever buy this way again.
Well, I guess I'll be shoving off now.
Well, you might as well take this along, Tagg. It might come in kind of handy on the trail.
Yeah. Well, thanks. So long.
So long, Tagg.
Guess it's pretty certain nobody cares whether I go or not.
Tagg, you know we'd rather have you stay at home.
When a fellow makes up his mind, there's no use in any old folks trying to change it.
We got everything we need, Tagg?
I think so. Let's see. Gumdrops, chocolate, and jelly beans, sarsaparilla, and canned beans. Yep, we got everything.
Diablo's gonna miss you, boys.
Maybe, but certain people we know don't give a hoot what happens to us.
And those certain people are gonna be mighty sorry.
Did you tell your folks you were leaving?
Nah, I left them a note. Thought it'd be easier on them. Now they'd probably be crying and begging me not to leave.
Yeah.
Wish I'd said goodbye.
Oh, don't worry, Annie. They'll be back.
Billy Reynolds was with him. You suppose his parents know?
Oh, they probably did the same thing we did. Told him to be sure and right. Wished him luck. Well, I've got to meet that stage. You know, Tagg will probably be home by the time I get back.
Wait a minute, Lofty. I'm gonna go with you. Maybe I won't worry so much about Tagg if I'm with you.
There she comes, boys.
The Oakley girl.
Get out some help. I'll come to Dave.
Hurry it up. Okay, Vic, let's ride. You can't track us now.
Then they just disappeared, Annie. Not a trace of them.
What happened to that shadow catcher of yours?
You can't catch what you can't see.
Well, at least they didn't get to payroll. Lofty, we've got to get Dave to the doctor. You lead Target in and I'll drive the stage into town. Then we'll come back and see if we can pick up a trail.
Look at that. It's a ghost town. Sure looks spooky, doesn't it? Nah, not to me. Looks like a swell place to spend the night. You mean sleep there? Sure, why not? It's a roof over our head. It's gonna be dark soon. I don't know, Tagg. Come on, I'll race you. First. We'll both go together. Some oil in this old lamp. I got a match here somewhere. Good. At least we won't have to sleep in the dark. You like cold beans? Sure. Love them. I'll fix up some grub. Why don't you water the horses and take them around back? Okay. Some more candy? No, thanks. I don't feel so good. Me either. Just the cold beans spoiled our dinner. Yeah. Sure, it's dark in here and cold, too. Hey, you hear something? No, I don't think so. Sounds like horses. You suppose it's the Ghost Riders? I don't know.
You ought to take the horses behind that old barn there.
Why don't you go outside and see what it is? Not me. Why don't you go? Oh, it's probably just the wind anyway. I'm pretty sleepy. think I'll go to sleep. Yeah. I'm not scared of anything. Are you? Nah. What should I be scared of?
Tagg? Yeah? I figured our folks have learned their lesson by now, don't you?
Sure. They're plenty sorry we left.
That's what I was thinking.
Reckon we'll have to stay here tonight, though. We might get lost trying to get back tonight.
Guess we can leave first thing in the morning now.
Yeah, and will our folks ever be glad to see us home safe and sound?
They sure will.
You and your ideas. Those kids have been gone all night.
Now, Annie, take it easy. But they're probably on their way home right now.
Well, just in case you're wrong again, I'm gonna go try and find them. If the shadow gang in this territory, Tagg and Billy could be in real trouble.
Annie, your imagination's working overtime. Stop worrying.
I'm not worried, Lofty. I'm scared.
Sure not sorry to leave this place.
Me either. I didn't sleep hardly at all last night.
Want some breakfast? Have a chocolate drop. No, thanks. Doesn't sound too appetizing, does it?
Let's get our horses.
Okay, we can pack the stuff on the way back. Don't you know it's bad luck to whistle in a ghost town? Who said? I don't know. I must have heard it someplace. Brings out the spirits. Hey! What was that? I don't know. Come on.
Hey, boss!
Come on, Billy!
Grab him!
Come on, Billy, hurry up! Let me go! Let me go! Let me go! Let me go!
What are you kids doing here?
Don't mind us, mister. We were just leaving.
Where are you headed?
Diablo, we live there!
Well, that's just too bad. Talking about us and Diablo wouldn't be too good. We'd have to give up a perfect hideout.
Holy Toledo. You guys are the Shadow Gang!
You're a bright kid. What'll we do with them, boss? The old well over there ought to be good and deep. Yeah, they wouldn't find them there for years. You boys go take off those old boards. Right. Stop it! Ow! Johnny, reel! Pull this kid.
Let me go! Let me go! Let me
Lofty, look! Tagg's in trouble, Lofty.
Just hold still, kid. When you hit bottom, you won't feel a thing.
Get up. Get over there.
Think we got room in the Diablo jail for 3 shadows, Annie?
We'll make room.
Come on, boys. Pick up your friend. Come on.
I'll never run away again, Annie. I promise. Me too. Boy, will I be glad to get home.
Your folks will be glad to see you too, Billy. Lofty and I stopped by the ranch and told them we were coming out to look for you kids.
You got here just in time.
Thanks to Pixie. She let us here.
Hey, Annie, what's that the Shadow Gang has on their horses' hooves?
Oh, that's rawhide, Tagg. It's an old Indian trick they use to keep from leaving tracks.
Gosh, I'll have to try that. Yeah, me too.
Come on, you cowboys. Let's go home. Well, I hope you've learned a lesson, Tagg. One you won't forget.
I'll say I have.
Running away from troubles never makes them any easier. You have to face them and beat them.
You know Annie doesn't like to punish you, Tagg. Now and then it's got to be done for your own good.
I'm sorry for all the trouble I've caused. I really am.
Oh, it was no trouble at all, Tagg.
Aw, sis, you really did care when I left town, didn't you?
Oh, sure, Tagg. You took my only can opener.
Oh, you're just kidding me.
Stay out of trouble now.
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, and don't slam...
Annie Oakley hits the entertainment bullseye every week with her hard riding. Straight shooting. And suspense.
Slingshots never misfire, Annie.
Not bad from 50 yards, huh, Annie? This is more than one dead shot around Diablo these days.
A half-inch to the right and you would have gotten Tagg.
Half a foot and I'd have gotten you. But I don't miss any more than you do, Annie.
Let me give you some friendly advice, Mace. If this ever happens again, there'll be somebody from the sheriff's office to pick up that gun of yours for safekeeping.
Oh, Annie, I've seen May shoot hundreds of times. He never misses.
And that's for you, Bucky Donovan. Who gave you permission to pack a gun?
Who do you think? My brother. Steve said I could.
Bucky, I know Steve has more sense than to let a 15-year-old youngster carry firearms.
You calling him a liar?
Listen, Mace, before you get into real trouble and drag Bucky in with you, I'm advising you to turn around and start walking.
Come on, kid. Let's get out of here before I lose my manners in front of a gabby female.
If I was just a little bigger, I'd show him a thing or two.
No, Tagg. That's how Mace got into his first trouble. He got too big too fast.
Biggest thing about Mace Carver is his big mouth.
Well, if you're right, Tagg, and I suspect maybe you are, won't be long before he'll be putting his foot in it. Now run on in and tell Lofty that I'll be back in time to fix that special venison supper I promised for him tonight. I'm going to ride out to the Donovan ranch and have a talk with Bucky's brother, Steve.
All right, Annie.
Hi, Annie. Sure good to see you.
I hope it'll be good to see me.
Something wrong?
No, not yet. Steve, did you give Bucky permission to carry a 45?
Oh, I certainly never... No. Come to think of it, maybe I did. You know, he's not a baby anymore, Annie.
Now tell me the truth, Steve. You acted kind of surprised when I said he was carrying one.
I was surprised to think that he'd take it after I told him not to. Where'd you see him, Annie?
In town. And I'll bet you know who with.
Mace Carver.
Mm-hmm. He's your brother, Steve. And I think you'd better do something about Bucky before it's too late.
It's my fault, all right, Annie. But since the folks died, it's kind of tough to run the place alone and bring Bucky up right.
I know it's tough, Steve, but since you are bringing him up, do the best you can and give him a fair chance.
Hi, Steve. How's tricks? What's the idea?
Don't let me ever catch you toting this again, understand?
I saw Blabbermouth riding away from here. Regular old lady, ain't she? Can't wait to tell everything she knows.
So that'll be enough out of you. Anything Annie says is for your good and mine.
Yeah, she just saw someone else around here can fan a gun better than she can.
Look, kid, when you were just a button, you'd fall and you'd hurt yourself, you'd come to me for help. Well, you're riding for a fall now, and it just could be that I won't be around when it happens.
Howdy, Deuce.
The name is Anderson. Mr. Anderson.
Sorry, Mr. Anderson.
That sign means just what it says. No kids.
I was just gonna get a few packs of old cards, if you're through with them.
What do you want playing cards for?
Oh, I use them all the time. Practice with them. Could I go in and...
No. You wait here. I'll get them for you.
Oh, Mace, I was looking for you. I'll bet. Where were you last night? I couldn't meet you. We had some work to do over our place. Excuses don't go with me. I told you to be there. Where's your gun? Gosh, I must have forgot it. Don't lie to me. I guess I better find a man to ride with me. Not a kid who's still wet behind the ears.
Mace, you knew blame well that wasn't my gun. It's Steve's. Gabby Annie Oakley came over and told him about yesterday.
Okay. I'll get you a cat buster of your own. After that, you weasel out on me and you know just what'll... Oh, Mr. Anderson. Thanks for getting them for me.
Forget it. Just mosey along. I don't like brats hanging around my place.
You heard Mr. Anderson. He don't like kids like you hanging around. Come on. I got a good Frontier model in my gear. All you'll have to get is your own holster.
You bet. Say, what do you want with the playing cards?
Practice, kid, practice. If you think Annie Oakley's good, wait till you see me shoot the spots off a six's face. What's the idea? Can't you see where you're going, you old fogey?
Hey, you better learn to manage your tongue when you're talking to your elders, you little pipsqueak, you.
Think maybe you can teach me?
Oh, get out of here.
Who do you think you're shoving? Go on. Go for it. Threaten me, Willie. Lofty! Where do you think you're going?
Who drew down on Simmons? You, Mace?
Yeah. Old Coot drew first.
Yeah. Simmons went kind of berserk. Went for his gun.
Well, that's something we can check up on later.
He's still alive. We're taking him over to Dr. Burns now. You do the shooting, Mace?
He admits it, Lofty. Claims he has a witness.
Like Simmons dies, you're going to need more than one witness. He's got more than one witness, Deputy. I saw the whole thing.
You sure, Anderson?
Oh, I'd swear to it in court if that's what you mean. Simmons was a fool. Let this kid bait him into scratching leather.
I guess that's that, Lofty.
Guess so. You two stick around town. If Simmons should die, there'll be an inquest.
Sure can't thank you enough, Deuce.
The name is Anderson, and I didn't do it for you. I just told the truth.
Come on.
I'm not thinking just about Ike Simmons. I'm thinking about Mace, too. Getting ready for the shooting is going to make him even harder than ever to handle.
At this rate, you'll be lucky if he just ends up in here. Not dangling at the end of a rope.
And Bucky Donovan with him. Lofty, isn't there something we can do to keep Bucky from getting in as deep as Mace?
Do? Well, you talked to his brother yesterday, didn't you?
Yeah.
Today's back with Mace, stirring up more trouble.
Doc Burns said Mr. Simmons is gonna be all right. Sending him home tomorrow.
Hey, that's good news.
Yeah, it is. But it might be bad news for Mace. Now he's free to try it again, and this time he might kill somebody trying to prove just how tough he is.
Well, gosh, Annie, even you have to admit he's a good shot.
Anybody can be a good shot, Tagg, with a little practice, but well, Mace doesn't even know what a gun is for.
What do you mean, for?
Well, a gun is supposed to be used for self-protection, but Mace is trying to use it to prove himself. He'll prove himself, all right. Prove himself guilty of murder.
Where you been, Bucky?
Out. Any objections?
Plenty. I told you I never wanted you to wear that again.
Yeah? Well, this happens to be mine.
Give it to me, Bucky.
You want it? Take it.
I said, give it to me.
And you know how you can get it.
Now look, Bucky. I've never laid a hand on you, and I don't want to now.
Sure. The kid brother's gotten too big for you.
Now listen to me. I'm sorry, Bucky. Now give me the gun. Oh! Bucky! Bucky, come back!
Thought you weren't coming till after dark.
I had some trouble with Steve. Thought I'd better get here while the getting was good.
All right. Hit your horse up out back where mine is.
What's the idea?
Watch.
You hit that card every time?
Come on, see for yourself. That's what's left of the 6 of spades.
Gemanetta. Right to the middle of every spot. Sure wish I could shoot like that.
Takes time. You'll learn. But tomorrow, leave the close shooting to me.
Look, Mace, I think she's coming.
That's her, all right. And remember, all you do is back my plane. Nothing else.
Yeah! Get out there!
Let's go. have that express second, no one will get hurt. Here's your receipt.
That box canyon where there's a deserted lion shack.
We going in after them?
No. They'll probably hide out in there till dark. I think I've got a way we can handle this one.
That's a fine lot of proof. The say-so of a tin-horn gambler.
We don't like gamblers any better than you do, Steve.
And give Deuce credit. He identified that card because he wanted to keep Bucky from making the same mistakes he had made when he had no family to watch after him.
All right, Annie. What do you want me to do?
Well, first off, I'm going to give you a chance to bring your brother in.
Me? With them hid out in the box canyon? That's a job for you and the posse.
That'd mean a lot of shooting, Steve, and Bucky might get killed. But if you went out there, apparently alone and unarmed, I don't think even that low-code mace would throw lead at you.
We'll be there with you, Steve. You might save Bucky from being hurt if Mace decides to run for it.
You don't have to do it, you know, Steve.
No, it's my fault I let him go this far. I just hope it's not too late.
Good. Well, Tagg, this is one time I want you with me.
Oh, Jesus, honest?
Honest. I think that slingshot of yours might come in handy. Give Locke your gun, Steve.
Give me the holster, too.
Thanks, Steve. From here up to there, you're on your own. We will always be behind you.
Good luck, Steve.
Mace, let's get out of here.
I told you we're staying until dark, and that's just what we're doing.
But I know Annie saw us right up here. She ain't gonna...
Bucky? Bucky, this is Steve. I'm coming up. Bucky! Do you hear me? This is your brother, Steve. Bucky! Bucky, don't be a fool. I'm aiming on helping you.
Get outside and tell him to come on up. Get going.
No, I won't do it.
Get going.
Okay, Steve. Don't try anything.
I'm not wearing a gun. You hear that, Mace? Hey, where's Mace? Right here, Donovan.
Telling you how you're gonna get us out of here. You do as you're told and no one will get hurt.
And if I don't?
You'll never live to find out. Now turn around slow and hold your arms out straight.
This is just gonna get you in more trouble, boy, because Annie and Lofty are both outside.
I thought so. You're calling out to them that we're walking out of here together. And if they try and stop us, you both get plugged.
No deal, Mace. I'm calling your bluff.
This says I'm not bluffing.
You squeeze that trigger and they'll both be in here on top of you.
Yeah? Well, I'll take my chances. Now get over to that window and call them. Call him or I'll kill your brother.
Annie! Lofty! Everything's all right. Come on up.
Let's go.
No, wait a minute, Lofty. Mace isn't coming out. He must have the upper hand. It's a trap.
Then we'll have to rush him.
Yeah. We'll have to surprise him by hitting from all directions. Lofty, you sneak around to the back door. I'm gonna get up on the roof to distract Mace.
What can I do?
Here, Tagg, put this pebble in your slingshot and take a bead on that front window. Lofty, when you hear that window crash, kick in the back door.
Right.
Be sure you don't miss, Tagg.
I won't, Annie.
Are you kidding me? There's nobody out there.
They're out there.
Then call them again and make it loud.
Annie! Lofty! Come on up here.
Let's put some cuffs on this low-code kid.
All right, deputy, drop your gun. Now handcuff yourself to Steve. Hold it. One of you on each side of that beam. All right, Bucky, let's get out of here. Open that door. Wait a minute. Put that hat and vest on. Now run straight out that door, and don't turn or yell. If you do, you'll get a slug in the back from this.
Stop, Mace! Bucky! Annie! Annie! They're both Mace! He's getting away!
What are you going to do to me?
I'm not going to do very much, Mace, but I got a feeling there's a judge that's got a lot of ideas that the whole county is going to cheer. Now go on, get going.
Annie, old Doc Burns couldn't have done any better.
If you ask me, the doc couldn't have done as well.
Well, somebody had to fix you up.
Well, you still have to stand trial, you know.
Believe me, Annie, we both owe you an awful lot.
Now, here's the one we owe the thanks to. He took a gun whipping to save you.
When the circuit judge hears how he helped Steve, I'm sure he'll suspend the sentence and parole him to you.
And this time, the sheriff's office is keeping an eye on you. We're holding you personally responsible.
Well, you'll both be wasting your time, because the Donovan brothers have learned their lesson. This time, for good.